You are now listening to the Vitalize podcast. Hey yo, what up, family? Welcome back to the Vitalize podcast. You're here with your friendly neighborhood host, Mr. Marcus Black, also known as Mr. Because You Can. And I'm sitting here with the grandest, greatest, jovial Kool-Aid smile on my face today because I am excited, elated, and ecstatic, and a bunch of other words that you can think of that are fancy that tend to start with E to let you know that I'm excited to be in your presence today, man. I'm glad that you're here. Big smiles all around, man. I hope you're feeling good, feeling great. I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling real great. And I am just sending some love your way. And if you're new here, you're probably wondering, what is wrong with this human? Nothing's wrong with me. I'm high as a kite off life. Never done a drug in my life, but I am high off life because I'm excited to be here. Super grateful and happy for an opportunity to be tapped in with y'all, man. Listen, if you're here for the first time, listen, man, don't adjust your dial, or maybe do. If you want to save your eardrums and you need to adjust your dial, do what you need to do, because yours truly is going to bring the energy nonstop all day, every day, because I can. And I ultimately just want to infuse you, inject you with life and with the things that you need in order to equip you to go live your absolute best life. So I want to take a moment and thank you guys for following me. Holla at your boy on Instagram at mblackspeaks, TikTok, long as we here at mblackspeaks, and tap in with your boy for sure on YouTube. Follow the YouTube. You can find the YouTube through the Instagram. It's easy to get there. You can navigate and you can follow, tap in. Got content coming for you. Thank those of you who have been engaging. It really means the world to me. And I don't know, man. I'm going to be doing something, a giveaway. I'm building some big things. So stay tuned. The things are swirling now. So there's some things swirling. There's some community. There's some courses. There's some stuff. And you're about to see some launches coming out real soon when I get time between jumping on and off a jet, meaning, I started the year out the gate, Chicago trip. Now we got the Myrtle Beach trip. I mean, oh my gosh, it's just getting ready to be in Dallas here in a couple of weeks. And I got something in the air in Seattle, San Antonio, Reno, Nevada. Oh my gosh. It's all coming together, happening splendiferously. But I'm just grateful to be living my dream. And I'm grateful to have you here. I don't take for granted that you're here. So listen, what I promise to never do is never bore you. I promise to never waste your time. Two things I always promise. I will never bore you, and I will not waste your time. If you listen to this in its entirety, you will leave better than you came. That is my guarantee. You will leave better than you came, and you will learn something that you can apply to make your life overall better. Goals for this podcast is to continue to jump and elevate so that we can put this in the hands and the hearts of those who need it most. That's not going to happen alone. It's only going to happen if you guys feel so inclined to share with a friend, because sharing is caring. So tell a friend to pull up on us because they can. And I'm going to get to the point today. So a few years ago, I was on this thing that we talked about last week, the ripple effect, shout out to the people that listened last week. If you don't know, go back and check out last week's episode. I'm glad that you're here this week, but check it out. And talked about this app that I hopped on called Clubhouse, which changed my entire life. That one small, seemingly insignificant decision created a ripple effect of impact that has allowed me to touch people all over the world, impacting their hearts and their lives. Grateful for. But before I ever found a Clubhouse, there was a neighbor, dear friend. Shout out to Mr. Undrell. And I remember we were having this conversation one day, and we went and we had this business conversation, and I hadn't quite started my entrepreneurial journey, but I was like, man, bro, what do you think I need to do in order to get my entrepreneurial journey like really up and off the road? Can you help me? And he said, yeah, man, like I would start here. First thing I would do is there's a book I want to recommend to you. We had this incredible conversation, and he recommends a book. This book, he says, changed the game for me and my business. It will change the game for you if you lean in and listen to its principles. I said, man, I'm all about principles. Tell me, holla at your boy. Let's talk about it. He said, yeah, man, it's called The Go Giver. I said, Go Giver? I ain't never heard of that before. You mean Go Getter? No, I said it right. The Go Giver by Bob Berg. Cool. Adds to cart immediately, never goes to purchase book. Not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm not about to be out here capping. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Said I added it to my cart, but I never went and bought it. So fast forward, when did we have that conversation? We must have had that conversation in 2017. Fast forward all the way, the year is 2020 or 2021. I want to say it's 21. And I wound up on Clubhouse. This incredible place changed my life. And one day they said, oh, we got this most incredible guest coming today, coming to the stage. He's coming. He's going to teach. He's going to share his heart. And it was none other than a Mr. Bob Berg. And he taught about something else, but that reminded me that I needed to go back. And in going back, I went and I actually bought the book, The Go Giver, and I read it. And it revolutionized the game for me. It changed the game for me. So one day, fast forward a while after that, months later, I was on Clubhouse just teaching about being this message I'm about to teach to you today. And what do you know? Who was in the audience but Bob Berg himself? He says, wow, man, you really just broke down my entire principle and my premises like a champ. I love it. You obviously are someone who has studied its principles and you are applying them. So I want to gift you with a signed copy of my book. And I'm grateful for you carrying on the mission and the message. Look what happens when you show up and you put it in the world. Crazy things happen. But what I learned from his book is that in a world that is full of go-getters, the differentiating X factor is to be a go-giver, to be a go-giver. And one of the quotes that he shared was that your true worth is determined by how much you give in value rather than how much you take in payment. Whoa, what? Your true worth is determined by how much more you give in value than that which you take in payment. Shout out to my business people. Let that one marinate for a little while. Hope it blesses you. So peep this. That was something that changed the game so much for me. I wanted to really lean in, and what I was able to extract was four keys to becoming a go-giver and leveling up your life. 4 keys to becoming a go-giver and leveling up your life. And I'm going to give them to you today. So we're going to spit it how we get it. Listen, we're here for a good time, not for a long time. So if you're the pens and pads type of person, it's time to get your pens and pads and come on, your handy dandy notebook. And let's tap in. So principle number 1 is to seek to serve the people in your audience first. Seek to serve first. Your income is determined by how many people you serve and how well you serve them. Your income is determined by how many people you serve and by how well you serve them. That word serve is just being thrown around so freely, but so few businesses do it. We were just having this conversation. My wife and I were just having this conversation, and she was talking about several business owners who really don't give two craps about the people, the patrons who make their business a success. They've lost sight of what got them to where they are. They're rude. There's no customer service. So you know what? There's also going to be not too many returning customers because people work hard for their dollars. And this is a concept and a principle that you really need to understand. People work hard for their dollars. So if they are giving them to you in exchange for a service, there is an expectation that comes with that service. And you can separate yourself and differentiate yourself from the fray just the way that you serve, by having a heart to serve. You serve a lot of people and you serve a lot of people well, the word is going to get out. Word's going to get out. I just got invited to like 3 speaking engagements that I didn't apply for. Now I teach all of my clients. Shout out to my clients that's listening to this, by the way. Hey, guess what? If you want to be a client, I don't have a lot of spots. At this moment, I think I got 2. But there is room. If you want to be one of those and you want me to teach you the business of doing what I do, as you see, speaking, how to build your signature keynote, how to put it in the world, get booked and paid to speak. I can teach you that, and I will work with you. But understanding that it is about how many people that you can serve. And we live in this world where so many people is like, that ain't a big deal. That's not significant. I ain't worried about that. I don't care about that. Like, no. The people that I am working with are telling other people about their wins, about their successes, about what they have experienced. And you know what that has caused to happen? They're telling other people. You know what that's caused to happen? They're telling other people. Now there's all these people, more than I have room to really take on. So it comes down to, does it work for me? Does it work for you? Does the timing work? And does the dollars work? But I've been reached out in these inquiries for so many people that are like, hey, can you come on the stage and speak for us? Can we pay you? Can we book you? I teach my speakers this prospecting process. So what I was getting at a minute ago. Prospecting. Prospecting is the art of taking a potential place you desire to share your voice and get paid and turning it into a lead categorized that you can track and manage. Oh, we getting real businessy today. What I'm about teaching, I'm about X's and O's. I want to equip you. So I teach them that process. And it's a process that I follow too. I'm not going to do something. I'm not going to tell them to do something I'm not going to do. But I haven't had to do that nearly as much because there's so many people who are just reaching out to me right now solely as a result of what they've heard and what they've seen and what they've experienced from other people. So when you serve people well, the word gets out. And all of you that have those issues with, man, if I could just find more clients, if I could just find more leads. There's a few people that I know that I talk to about the studio I'm in right now. Shout out to Rose Records. And they're asking me a question like, what do you think? You think? I'm like, well, no, it's been A1 since day one. It is an incredible business run by an incredible serial entrepreneur and business man who has done nothing but taking care of me from day one, every step of the way. So of course I'm going to sing the praises. What do you think that makes people do? By the time he has to sell them, he don't even have to sell them. They already knew. They came with the intention of work. And this is the desire for you. How are you showing up for people? How are you serving people? Because that's going to lead to more business and more conversions. Because I've told y'all before, connection is what actually leads to conversion. If you want to convert more leads into sales, into dollars, and some of y'all's like, oh, this isn't the typical yelling inspiration. So some of y'all's like, listen, I can give you that, but I can also give you X's and O's. And I hope that you don't tune out because I'm giving you practicals because everybody needs to make money. And I want to teach you how to do that without having to go do something you don't want to do or losing sight of who you are and your principles that make you who you are. So service is at the forefront and is at the central foundational forefront of being a go-giver and building a successful business. Seek to serve your audience first. Number 2, moving right along, principle number 2 is the most successful people know how to both give and receive. How to give and receive. And the key to effective giving, Bob Berg said, is to stay open to receiving. The key to effective giving is to stay open to receiving. And notice he said, not key to giving, the key to effective giving. And how many times has someone offered you something? I done had people offer me stuff, like even recently, or there's times I offer people like to work with me or a course or something like that, free of charge. And they're like, wait, no, like, why would you do that? I can't accept that. No. And I'm like, okay, well, it's not for you to determine what is in my heart to do. Many of you are like, I got the service part and I don't have a problem giving. I give too much. I give everything. That's a whole nother conversation because boundaries. We talked about that last week. Remember the box. If you didn't watch last week, some of y'all are just listening, so you have no idea the box. I drew a box the entire episode last week. So if you go to YouTube, you can see the box I drew for you that I'm now drawing for you right now. The boundaries box. That should be an episode in itself. We're gonna have a conversation about the boundaries box. But we alluded to that last week, and some of you saw that. So that's another conversation for another day about the people that just like giving everything. Come on now, because you can do better, and you have to be protective of your energy and your peace and your resources. But I would never tell anyone not to lead with generosity, to be someone who is a giving person. But some of y'all have no problem with giving. Like I said, you give too much. But then when somebody tries to give back to you, now you got a problem. No, I can't take that. No, I can't let you do that. No, I can't. That's pride. Get out the way, man. You will never be an effective giver if you do not ever learn the art of receiving. Shout out to my man, Mr. Bob Berg. Because there is not a such thing on the planet as a self-made man or woman. Does not exist. Every human being on their trajectory to growth and development had somebody say, here's a piece of knowledge you didn't know. Here's some help. Here's some resources. Here's my time. Pick my brain. Like every successful person has had someone help them. And so thus, if you're going to grow to become who you want to be, guess what? The reason that you can't give more is because it ain't more to give. So sometimes you got to be more open to receiving so that there's more to give. I just had a conversation with an incredible venture capitalist who talked to me about potentially investing with your boy. And I'm like, oh, sheesh, sounds nice. But I'm like, wait, what? Give me how much? Do what? And of course, there's stipulations that come with that. You know, there's like a business plan and models and all of this stuff. But the point is, if I'm not even open to receiving because I'm thinking, man, that's a lot and I'm not good enough and I'm not worthy. I know that's what y'all thinking. I'm not good enough and I'm not worthy. And what if I mess it up? And what if, oh my gosh, would you stop already? Trying to help you. You must be open to receiving equally as you are giving. So move your pride out the way and allow people to pour into you the way you deserve to be poured into. Now we're about to get to the nitty gritty. Number 3, if you're going to be a go-giver, creating a maximum impact in the world, building successful enterprise and businesses, number 3 is the little things make all the difference. Third principle from Bob Berg, go-giver. The little things make all the difference. Those who achieve great things that the world will never forget start out by accomplishing small things that the world will never see. Oh my God, what? I'm gonna say that again. One time for the person in the back. All right, I said, those who achieve great things that the world will never forget start out by accomplishing small things that the world will never see. It's the little things that make all the difference. You know, I had a few people that I was training, and in training these few people and developing them, they just kept saying, like, man, I want the people to love me like they love you. I want the people to love me like they love you. Why don't the people love me like they love you? Why don't the people respond to me like they respond to you? I'm on the stage, I'm speaking too. I'm giving passion too. I'm giving game too. I'm giving information too. Why is it that they're responding differently to you than they are to me? Why are they lined up to talk and hug your neck and take a picture with you and not me? What is different? And all I can think is you can see this splash. We talked about that last week of me on the stage. You see that impact. What you don't see is when I showed up at the hospital and prayed for their sick baby. What you don't see is when I sent the DM checking on their mom who had surgery. What you don't see is when I just sent a random prayer of encouragement because I knew that they were going through something specifically. What you don't see is all the random calls and texts I get about showing up for random things that nobody knows and nobody sees. And that is a result. It's those little things that build a community and that build a coalition of people who are willing to go to the ends for a mission. The Because You Can mission, the Vitalize mission to restore a broken world, to redeem and bring hope to a hurting world. That's a lot. But the people are willing to go to the ends because they've seen how much I care when nobody was watching. Nobody was watching. Stop being concerned with making sure the camera's on you. What my man Deion Sanders say, just keep making plays. I know the camera's not on you. The spotlight's not on you. Just keep making plays. Because those who achieve these things that the world will never forget start out by doing things the world will never see. The world may never see you staying up at night praying over your business. The world may never see the times the lights almost got shut out, the times you almost had to close the doors, the times you almost this close to throwing in the towel. The world will never see that. They'll never see the extra jobs you had to work to make it work. They'll never see the loans you had to take. They'll never see that part. On your path to creating something they'll never forget. But it's those little things that make all the difference. The extra mile, that second mile service, going above and beyond, making sure your people feel cared for and loved and supported. That's what it's all about. Nothing is more important than that. The little things make all the difference. Tap into the little things. Because small, seemingly insignificant, see what we did there? Small, seemingly insignificant decisions could make a tremendous impact and create the ripple that goes and goes and goes and goes. Like the Energizer Bunny. And the fourth and final key is to understand this and listen to me clear. Listen, I'm ready for my close-up zoom right here, tight. It didn't even have to zoom, actually, but you zoom. You just pinch your screen. Listen to me clearly. This is important. The secret sauce is you. I'll say it again. I said the secret sauce is you. The most valuable thing that you have to offer this world is to give people all of you, wholly, fully, unapologetically. No matter what you think you're selling, what you're really offering is you. No matter what you think you're selling, what you're really offering is you. I got this hoodie because you can. They're flying out all over the world. I've shipped these things literally multiple countries worldwide. People not buying a hoodie, especially for the indie prices, the independent distributor prices. They're not buying this hoodie because this is some state of the art. It's as simple as design. They're buying into an idea that was formulated in my brain, and they're buying into me. Because what they're saying is, I see you, I support you, I value you, and I want to see you succeed. And that's why they buy. Same thing with any business. I go with the same vendor, been making my shirts from day one. So many people have tried to get me to go a different route. We can go this route, we can go that route, you can make more. You can make more. It's not about making more. It's about what this individual was willing to do for me. And the reason why you still see me here today, using the same vendor and the same merchant. Because the secret sauce is him. I live no longer in Oklahoma, where Rose Records is located. Yet, I'm in Rose Records filming this. I don't live here anymore. I had to drive 8 hours through treacherous storms in order to be here, in order to film. But why would I do that? It's probably 100 videographers in a 10-mile, that's probably not, in a 20-mile radius of me. It's probably 100 videographers. So why am I here? Because the secret sauce is this individual. The secret sauce is you. That's what keeps people coming back. It ain't about pricing, more or less. It's not about none of that. The things you try to make it about, well, I would have more people if I looked different, if I sounded different, if I had more money, if I could run more ads, if I could. Stop making excuses, man. Well, if I had. No, you got all you need. All you have is all you need, and all you need is you to be you. Problem is, you're watching social media and you're seeing what you perceive as winning and trying to do what you see them doing. And because you're trying to do what you see them doing, you're giving the world a replica of something that is already in existence. Thus, you're offering no value. If you're going to offer a different level of value, you're going to have to show up differently. By differently, I mean then you've been showing up. You're going to have to show up as you. Wholly, fully, freely, and unapologetically, because that is the greatest gift you have to offer. Don't let nobody tell you you're not enough. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're weird, you're quirky, guess what? You might be, and that's good. All of you is a gift, and your vibe will attract your tribe. Everybody doesn't value this form of communication, and I don't care. I don't care. If I'm not your cup of tea, go drink some coffee. I'm going to tell you again. But if you made it this far, then I might be your cup of tea. So, the secret sauce is you. It's not him. It's not her. It's not them. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. So lean in to the gift that is you. Offer the world the gift that is you. And go show up in the world as the greatest version of you. Being a go-giver, thus on the path to building a life that you love to live. Because you can.